Yes, powerful word, powerful motivation for this Friday. But let me tell you, there are so many questions that you may come across this year. But last week we began on 5 very important destiny arranging, destiny reorientation questions you must answer in 2021. We began with who you are. And of course, we ran through 2 of the topics. Today, we run through the last 3. Dr. Precious.
Okay, we started with who you are, who are you, your identity, and then we went to where am I from? And where you're from is your heritage. You know, everyone has a source, and it's your source that determines your size. Your source determines your funding. Where you're from determines what comes out of you, because you always produce virtues from where you're coming from.
Very true.
You see, and number 3, why am I here? Which is a question of purpose. And I remember telling us that a life without bearing will lead to body. A life without purpose will look like pimples. A life without a goal will make you exist like a goat. A life without focus will make you live like a locust. And finally, I said a life without an assignment will make you exist as one in an asylum. When the question of purpose is involved, you must understand that your life can be reduced to a miserable adventure when purpose is not known.
True.
The absence of purpose becomes the abuse of destiny. The reason why you see a young man smoking anything, joining any kind of group. You know, I was hearing news yesterday, Bella Shmurda, the musician, went to perform in Kwara State and his show was cancelled, and because fight ensued between cultists. That's a function of misplaced purpose. Misplaced purpose. You know, I saw a wise word from Thomas Cartier. He said, "A man without purpose is a nobody." That hit me strong. A person without purpose is a nobody. Because you get to a point where you do crazy things in a stupid manner. You just smoke anything, drink anything, act anyhow, react unnecessarily. And at the end of the day, you mess up your life. And you suffer the consequences.
Very true.
Now listen to this. Every wrong purpose is a life in a wrong direction. So you're moving in the wrong direction. And you know, no matter how fast you drive on the wrong road, you can never arrive at the right destination. The faster you go, the more wrong
you would be.
So
the only way to get it right is always to go back.
And this is my problem. I spoke about the Nigerian educational system, where you apply to study maybe microbiology and then they give you English and Yoruba. They yank you off your purpose. So you need to be really determined, just like the story you told us last week. For those who did not follow, they can still go watch the clip on our YouTube channel and get to understand how you can stay put and say, this is my purpose, I will not fail. Because listen to this, your correct location will determine your current allocation. Your correct
location. So you're saying the location is going to
define your allocation.
Allocation by what you get in life?
What you get in life. What comes to you in life. So more goodness will come to you if you are in the right location.
If you're in the right place.
But if you're in the wrong location, it's going to be really, really difficult for your allocations to be with you. Number 4 is, what can I do? This is a question you must answer. It talks about potentials. I tell people, study around your strength. There's something they do in the United Kingdom and in the US also. I'm an ambassador for the Gifted and Talented Association under United Nations.
Yes.
And I'm privileged to understand what they do. So they take young kids into a test room and they run some tests through them, scientifically and computer-wise. And then at the end of the day, they advise you. Based on these cognitive and affective domains, this and this and that, we have discovered your child will be successful in these fields. They tell you, even before that child understands what is purpose. So the child is made to study around his interest or her interest. But here, we study what we are given. And that's why we have the highest rate of unemployment. People who should be creating jobs are looking for jobs.
Because in the first place, they have no clue what the course they studied can give to them.
So they don't know how to
Outside of
maximize
school.
their potential. And meanwhile, everyone with a destiny has a potential.
No, every man has a potential.
But it's hidden. Every
have
man
to
has a potential, but
discover
it's
it.
hidden.
You
And-
must discover it.
And that's where the work is. Don't forget, I said last week, there are two most important days in the life of a person: the day you are born
And the day you discover your
discover
purpose.
your purpose. Finally, number 5, where am I going? Where am I going?
Your destination.
That talks about your destination. Where am I going? Because you see, life is a journey. Destiny has a destination. Life is a journey. Destiny has a destination. If you think that there is no destination to life, then you act anyhow. Somebody once said, even if heaven and hell does not exist, it still pays to live right. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, it's beneficial
It's
to
more
you
beneficial
as a person
as a
to
person
live right,
to live right.
irrespective of what you think.
Irrespective of heaven, hell, eternity, the journal, like our brothers say.
Yeah.
The thing is, it pays you more to live right. So you need to go through life with the consciousness of eternity. It's not just about destiny, but where will I end up? And somebody once said, the state of your conscience is what defines the state of your destiny. How healthy your conscience is will determine where you find yourself invariably. When they say who will go to heaven, you may raise up your hand, but you know where you are going. Because your conscience already tells you that's your God-ordained policeman. It tells you when you're wrong. It tells you when you're right. You know, a woman caught the son trying to steal meat from the pot of soup. And the boy came up and said, Mommy, actually, I wasn't trying to steal it. The pot was making noise. So I wanted to check which of the meat is causing
The problem.
noise so I can remove it from there and put it here. The mom said, but your hand was going to your mouth. He said, actually, I wanted to test it to know the one that was making noise.
So how many would you have tested?
I wonder. So purpose attracts provision. So if you're thinking of destination, then you will understand in order to get there, you need the provisions. And purpose brings that provision. Just like vision brings provision. I usually tell people, especially ladies, if you want to get married, please marry a man with purpose. Marry a man with vision. If you think you just find a man and marry a man because he has television, very soon you will watch that man you abandoned with vision in the television of your supposed husband. And that will be more painful.
You're wicked.
Like some are watching me right now. You know what I'm talking about? So
You're just simply wicked, I swear. You're just simply wicked.
No, I'm not. So conclusively, Thomason, it's really important we get to a point where we understand that those who go everywhere will get nowhere. Sit down with your purpose. Sit down. You know, I find it very, very unhealthy to hear that someone pays so much for a shop. You pay so much, like it's so expensive to get that shop, yet you don't get there until 12 o'clock every day. And you are praying and fasting.
For God to
Life
give you
doesn't
so much.
Prosperity will not answer to spiritual gymnastics. It answers to principles. There are principles put in place.
And a lot of people do not know that there are principles.
There are principles.
A lot of people believe everything is about the prayers.
No.
How best you can pray, how best you can work, how best, forgetting that even the work you do, you must be guided by principles.
Very true.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Quite
much.
insightful. Quite insightful.
Really interesting.
I'd like to take a little bit of break. Hard Conversations comes up next, and we're talking about something really difficult: how to deal with frenemies.